Ja. Und geht's weiter in Random in Lost. Oder in Lost Random. In Random Lost. Auf den Würfel.
Above even was one of the Queen's royal spiders, the kind that had taken away Odd on that terrifying night. They were the collectors of children who were to become Sixers.
Come on, Dicey! We can't let it get away!
Genau. Lass uns beilen. Ich habe keine Ahnung mehr, wie die Tasten sind, aber lass uns beilen. Links oder rechts rum? Oh, okay, hat sich geklärt. Geht nur hier rum. Money! Oh, da ist ja mein Freund, der Geist. Geht immer noch nicht.
You! Oh, wait, wait!
Ganz schön dunkel hier. Oh, da ist noch mehr Geld.
Did you see those robots? What do you mean you've seen bigger?
Ja, ja. Bumm. Ja, wie weit ist denn der Weg noch? Du musst doch langsam ankommen. Hm. Hallo Freunde, ich bin's.
I always knew I was a Sixer at heart. I knew! I'll do all sorts of important work for the Queen while Bernard mops the floor.
Hey, where is Bernie?
Bernard is gone!
A Sixer child is missing! I repeat,
Look! It's Bernie! From back home! Of course we should help him. He'll be eaten alive out here.
the spider seemed impossible to get into at the moment. Oh, but perhaps Bernie would know how to get to her sister. Even knew...
Come on! We've got to find him!
Oh, yes, yes. Time was of the essence. I was done anyway.
Nix und davon ganz viel. Hab dich. Hey, lass mich doch mal hinter mich gucken. Hallo? Ich will hinter mich gucken. Oh, so, welche Ziele geht's? War doch noch mehr Geld.
Freedom was a district tearing itself apart in a three-way civil war. A murdered father, three siblings, each suspecting the other of the deed. And a giant battle droid, given to each by the Queen to settle the matter.
Wer hat sich so eine kranke Scheiße ausgedacht?
Let's trade cards. Sometimes I feel like it's my sole purpose in life.
Kriege ich ein paar Karten?
Oh, hello. You've made it to Three Town, have you? Be careful here. Those triplets don't mess around. But then again, that just gives you three good reasons to buy some cards, eh? You did. I saw you there too. But now we're both here, and that means one thing. Let's trade cards! Let me answer that question with a question. Who could possibly dwell on the past when we've got cards in the present? So, let's trade, shall we?
Hm. Hm. Wuhu. Ich drücke E. Oh ja, Maustaste geht auch. Oh. Vierstadtsrache. Beschwöre den rachsüchtigen Geist von Vierstadt. Er bewegt sich langsam und fügt allen Gegnern Schaden zu, die ihm im Weg sind. Hört sich lustig an, ja. Oh, ich kann mir nichts mehr leisten. Oder die kann ich mir leisten. Fertig. Den behalte ich. Den auch. Den auch. Der kann weg. Den mag ich nicht. So. Das hört sich cool an. Ja, machen wir so.
Protect the kid! Protect the king! He's in danger! We
I'm
have
noble,
to.
you understand.
to.
Heck, most of us here are. This bell belonged to my family, don't you know? It still does, I suppose. It has. I'm noble, you understand. Heck, most of us here are. I suppose it is. I don't know any other way to live, you understand? It belonged to the triplets, and before then, it belonged to the Lord our King of Freedom, before his murder. Royal families are like servants. They tend to expand to the size of their manor. Just so. But I'm a distant relative, far enough to stand outside the daily battles and to not choose a side. You know, I have another distant relative, a cousin of mine, that I haven't heard from in some time. Not since this cursed Civil War started. Last I heard, she was in the Duke's garden, playing nobility, eating cakes, I suppose. If I could see her again, I'd tell her that I miss her, that's all. It's silly, but you never think of the people you care about until they're no longer in your life. And it would do my heart good to know that she knows I do miss her. But it's too dangerous for me to go stumbling around a battlefield. Please excuse me.
Was? Greta Ringer? Okay, hallo Glocki. Was habe ich denn jetzt gemacht? Keine Ahnung.
Fascinating, fascinating. Greetings. I'm doing a survey for the Upper Class Gazette. Do you have a moment? Splendid, splendid. I have only one question. Who do you think started this war, turning our lord, their father's castle, into a battlefield? Surely you know the story of the three siblings. Oh, what fun. Yes, let's. So, since you're hearing this for the first time, let me tell you about the three siblings involved. There's the paranoid Count up in High Bet Haven to the west. The soft and coddled Duke living in Fogwash Garden to the north. And the duty-bound and tough-as-heck Baroness living out east on Wildcard Hill. Who do you think did it? Who do you think killed their father and started this bloody civil war?
Keiner von ihnen.
None of them? None of them? Oh, I've never heard such an opinion before. It's bold. It's direct. It's quite possibly insane. I'll write it down right here in my survey. Call me crazy.
Ja, ich weiß gar nicht, warum das dich aufgeregt hat.
What was I talking about?
Oh, du bist hübsch.
The attack has begun. The king must be saved. What? Identify yourself, stranger! I am Nishka, and I used to protect somebody important, I think. A ruler, maybe? Before the war.
Boah.
Oh, even, you sweet child. You can't keep clinging to the past. The king's dead and gone now for years.
Ja, sag ich doch,
Don't
der
you
ist tot.
remember? What? How did you know my name? What? I've never seen you before in my life. The king! Protect the king from danger.
Okay.
Oh boy, I can't wait to get back home. But I can't get back home without knowing the way. Or can I? Oh, hey, mister. do you know the way to one? Oh, wow. You want a hug? Okay.
Wow, it's pretty cold in here and dark too.
Oh, lecker. Den muss ich finden. Mit Bonbons. Platz da. Irgendwo liegt ein Bonbon. Ach, du schon wieder.
Alive? I thought I saw one running around here recently. A young lad, boxy clothing. Can't say I did, unfortunately. But you'd better find him quick, before the Shadow Man does. Everyone knows about the Shadow Man, child. Especially children out all alone.
Okay. Ich mag den Schattenmann nicht. Weg da mein Geld.
You want to know about the Shadow Man. You want to know about the Shadow Man.
Wiederholst dich.
The Shadow Man comes when night eats day. He'll come
Oh,
and
Bubs.
take your child away. And you might cry and you might pray. But the Shadow Man comes when night eats day. He don't like shine, and he don't like sun. He'll come out the walls when the daylight's done. Snuff out Muddy Grow Alley's lights. Then you best run, for the last night of the Shadow Man has begun. Sounds to me like you're fixin' to go see him. I wouldn't thank me just yet.
Bonbons. Wieso kann ich die nicht aufheben? Ich will sie essen. Meine Güte. Wie ging das? Hab die Taste vergessen. Ah. Ah.
Even suddenly felt like she was being watched. And to tell you the truth, I did too.
Alle weg. Bonbons.
Oh, I have many names, little one.
Okay, fair enough. Have you seen a little boy? About yay high?
Let me think. This one?
Oh, wow, Even, is that you? I'm so glad to see you. Can you believe that I'm stuck?
Let him out!
That may be true, but there is another truth. That if you're not afraid now, you'll soon learn to be. Haven't you heard the bedtime stories? I'm what goes bump in the night. I'm what comes for children when they roam a little too far from home. This is what I do. Or what I used to do anyway. Before this silly war. He's mine now. I won't be letting him go. I believe you'd call that leverage. You'd think you'd know not to insult someone who's holding all the cards. Or in this case, children. Besides, you don't have what I need. Nothing you have, child. And I suspect nothing you can bring me. That remains to be seen. But perhaps you're right. I want the same thing all of us want here. Peace. I want the Triplets' war to end. Oh, I'm not. I'm the creature that moves in the dark type. But people only truly fear things that move in the dark during peace. During war, they are surrounded by greater threats all day long. And so nobody fears the Shadow Man anymore. Life is the greater horror. And they have overindulged, forgotten me. If you want me to give you Bernard, then I want you to change that. I don't care how. I don't care about anything even, except being feared by everyone again. I've watched you. I know you're a dice wielder. I've been around for centuries even. I know more than your mortal world has forgotten. You alone carry the power to affect the arenas and those giant robots. Figure it out, or you will never see your precious Bernard or any other child I choose to take again. Without peace, there will be no boy, no hope, and you will never see your sister again.
Das ist unfair.
For you, there are currently more important questions at stake. Go, even. Bernie's fate rests on your tiny shoulders, and my hunger won't be held at bay forever.
To save Bernard from the wretched Shadow Man, Even had to end Threedom's civil war. It was a hard task, an impossible task, but she wasn't going to let her friend die. The first thing she needed was information. Perhaps some of the locals would be willing to share what they knew.
That poor woman, completely mad.
Who dares attack the king? My blade thirsts for traitors, attackers, devils!
Oh, hier geht's ja noch lang. Hey, Fetti! Darf ich mal durch?
Yes, the war zone was no place for most children. But even suspected she could carve out a place for her there, with her dice by her side.
Der ist ja schlimmer als Relaxo.
Assassins! Save him! Save the king before I forget. Who dares attack the king? My blade thirsts. You, I remember you. We've spoken before, haven't we? No, I don't remember much, and I'm sorry. What did you want? Oh, with the children. The 3 children. Well, something happened. No, I was there to protect him. I was his bodyguard, and he was betrayed. We were betrayed. Done wrong by someone who wasn't supposed to be there. I'm sorry, it was such a shame, such a... I'm sorry, I forgot what we were talking about. Hello? Do I know you?
Alter, die... Oh Gott.
I'm sorry. I'm afraid that these days I don't remember things as well as I used to. I have moments where I can see things so clearly, and then... poof. But there have been times where an object reminds me of things, holding an important artifact that reminds me of a person, or an event. That could bring it all back. Can you find these objects for me? One for each triplet. That could bring it all back. Oh, and if you could find the murder weapon that killed the king, I could remember that too. I feel certain of it. I'm sorry, find what? What were we talking about? Oh, if only I could remember. That platform reminds me. I'm supposed to warn travelers about something. I'm supposed to say something very, very important. Oh well, it's probably fine, and we should all stop worrying about it.
Die macht mich krank, die Alte. Okay. Obwohl, jetzt kann ich doch durchgehen. Der fette Relaxo müsste jetzt weg sein. Ja, sag ich doch.
Seeing the ease at which Dicey affected the world, Even was surprised to find herself feeling a little bit frightened of him. How could someone so small and innocent contain so much untamed power? And now, Even suddenly felt like she had the world on her shoulders. Could she solve the mystery of the king's murder?
It's the Count! Ladies and gentlemen, the Count has won the role!
Guck.
The only thing I can't predict are the rolls of the Queen's dark dice, but everything else I know. Hi there, I'm Tea Time Tootsie. I used to be our late King's master planner. Hey, we don't choose our names, our parents did. Oh, well, the Nanny Fortuna renamed me after my, previous master was murdered. I hear she likes tea. Every day I watch the battles and come up with the most thrilling stratagems for the next day. The only thing I can't predict are the rolls of the Queen's dark dice, but everything else I know. Observation, my dear girl, which leads to knowledge. Knowledge, to coin a phrase, is power. I just invented that saying right now. Here, let me give you an example. Every day the dice is rolled, and every day one of the Colossuses moves.
Ja.
Everyone noticed. But what everyone else has failed to notice is how the winning Colossus brings most of the robots he commands with it, and that leaves the area behind safer to traverse. Do any of the triples use this information? Perhaps attacking from behind on the day the dice favors them? No, only I see it. By the order of Nanny Fortuna, I am not to work for either of them, although I would be interested in learning more about the triplets for observational purposes only. Tell you what, if you meet them, come back here and describe them to me. There'll be a
Belohnung hört
reward in
sich
it
gut
for
an.
you.
Och, jetzt versperrt er mir da den Weg, ey. Ja, war hier mal lang. Okay, hab verstanden.
Dicey, there!
Someone has entered your ruin, castle, your grace.
I swear, it must be my bloody sister, the Baroness, or my fancy pants brother who thinks he's so much better than me, sending their assassins to smother me in my sleep. But this Count is awake and ready for you! You hear that, assassins?
Oh Gott.
Looking to get an invincibility potion, are you? Well, you've come to the wrong place. I've got cards, though.
The Count? I love that guy.
Und mit Geld. Money. Kohle. blöd zum Treffen. Ah, da sind wieder Karten. Da auch. Da wird hier wohl einen Kampf jetzt gleich geben. Ja, seid ihr da mal nicht so sicher, du. So, jetzt gibt's auf Fress. Erstmal spielen wir die. Genau. Mal wieder gucken, wie es geht hier. Dann spielen wir die. Dann ziehen wir noch eine Karte. So. Scheiße. Ey, ich weiß nicht mehr, wie die Tasten gehen hier. Ist doch nicht wahr. Wie konnte ich nochmal durchdashen? Ich hab's vergessen. So, erstmal wieder ein Schwertchen holen. Dann Pünktchen holen. Und den Bogen. So. Oh klar. Vor meiner Nase. So. Doppelt oder nix. Okay, wurde doppelt. Wofür habe ich den jetzt benutzt? Weiß ich nicht. Das hätte ich mal machen sollen, ne? Na klar, voll daneben.
My bad. Mind went to a dark place there.
Ich habe keine Ahnung mehr, wie diese verfickten Tasten gingen. Nee, Steuerung. Das interessiert mich nicht. Interessiert mich nicht. Ziel. Ach da. Leertaste.
Happened.
Ja. So ein blöder Würfel sollte doch drauf bleiben. So. Jetzt gibt's auch Fress. Sollte ich nicht verwenden, ne? Okay, wird wieder doppelt teuer. Ich kann's nie lassen. So, Anping war 2, naja. Ah, zu früh. Erstmal dahin. Dann nutzen wir das. Dann nutzen wir das. So, da haben wir wieder ein Schwert. Erstmal Karte ziehen. Dann nutzen wir das, dann sparen wir einen Punkt. Dann einmal das nutzen. Das und dann nochmal Schwert verbessern. So. Ah. Genau, erstmal Segen. Kristallfluch. Schneller Karten bekommen. Das anpingen. Den töten. Oh, ich liebe diese Doppelt-Ohr-Nix-Karte. Kostet nix. Gut, hat mir auch nichts gebracht. Da kommen nehmen wir einen Bogen. Haben wir noch Karte ziehen. Punkt verwenden. Schwert. Und auf Fresse hauen. Ach, da hinten ist ja noch einer. Oh. Und den killen wir jetzt, bevor der auf den Boden aufkommt. Oh, was haben wir denn jetzt hier? Oh, doppelt auch nix. Glaube hat sich verdoppelt. Ja. Du kannst mich nicht besiegen, ich habe Zelda gespielt. Also kann ich auch Punkte farmen. So. Erstmal eine Karte ziehen. Das Segen des Würfels. Und jetzt ist alles kostenlos. Alter, wie weit kann der denn hier stechen? Kristallfluch hört sich gut an. Dann nehmen wir den. Kriegen wir schneller Pünktchen und Karten. Und hau drauf. $100 Münzen.
You're here to kill me, aren't you?
Ich wollte nur reden.
Help me to die? Ha! What do you know about victory? Have you ever marched out into a battle, little girl?
Gerade eben.
I don't know. Assassin school? Unlike you, mysterious interloper, I have been in battle. Every day. In my mind.
Ja.
You're being obsequious. You're being kind because you want me to let my guard down and then kill me. Kids can be assassins. I've heard of it in stories that may or may not have been based on truth. End it? How can you end it when the Colossus has already moved more than once today? This war is only heating up. What do I need? Everything! My bodyguard is dead, the war goes poorly, and then well, and then poorly again. And on top of that, Count Shmoo has been kidnapped. The third of his name, yes. He was stolen from me by the vicious Baroness, my meanie of a sister. Shmoo is like a son to me, and I haven't been able to sleep since he was taken. Do this for me, and I shall give you something. How do you like that? Nishka, the only one I could trust besides my father. She disappeared when he was killed, but you're in no shape to replace her, child. She was the whole family's bodyguard. She was great. Or so I thought until she let one of us, not me, kill my father. Of course. Obviously I would keep track of that. Someone took it. A little bird whispered that it's locked up in the head of the broken colossus that used to be my father's. It should be collecting ashes somewhere in the battlefield. Why? Was someone going to use it to assassinate me? Ha! Fools! I'll see that robot head coming a mile away. A truly amateurish attempt at political murder. Even if she's alive, that leaves my lands undefended and myself open to assassination. Ha! It'll never happen. War bores me. It's just, oh no, this person died. Oh no, this other person died. Bah! Tell me when I've died and then I'm interested. In avoiding it, obviously.
Okay, das ist ein ganz schönes Arschloch.
So that's the deal. Find my plushie, and I'll give you, You know what? Sure, you can have it. It's creepy anyway. It's a black pinky taken from the scene of the crime of my father's murder. 'Tis yours if you recover Shmoo for me. Deal?
The Count was an odd duck. And a paranoid duck too, come to think of it. But Even was now one step closer to triggering Nishka's memories. And possibly, just possibly, ending this war in Threedom.
Hammerman. Der rennt immer hin und her.
Friends, citizens, country compatriots, let yourself eat cake, for now arrives the winner of the role, the Duke.
Hol mir das Geld.
Now there's the face of a girl who wants to trade cards. And I got good news for you.
Joker. Schlüssel benötigt. Okay. Den habe ich nicht.
Poor Even. You still don't know how to say what you want.
Woher weiß ich meinen Namen?
Hello, Even. You're not asking the right questions. You're still not asking the right questions. But I wonder if you can help me, Even. My sisters. The children of the king aren't the only triplets in Threedom. In the middle of this war, my twins disappeared, unlike you. I feel like a part of me is missing. Can you find them for me? That's not important. You'll know them when you see them. After all, you knew me.
Hä?
If you find them, tell them to meet me at the safe spot, over by the sword bridges. Find us there once we're all gathered, and I will have something for you. You'll find us among the teapots, in the trenches, and under the ground. I hope to see you again, Even.
Irgendwie ist sie merkwürdig. Der versperrt mir jetzt den Weg zum Grab. Nee, zum Baron. Ja, gehen wir erstmal zum Herzog. Mal schauen, ob der auch so bekloppt ist.
Sir, 1,000 apologies, sir, but your mid-afternoon cake was burnt in the chef's oven.
Oh God.
Flambe. Oh, how delightfully decadent. I'll take the whole thing.
But sire, it's burnt to a crisp.
Ooh, a new flavor I haven't experienced for years. What an amusing diversion. Have chef serve it to me at dinner, and if he refuses, kill him. And then yourself.
Yes, sir.
The Duke certainly lived in style. Oh, it was all a show, and the horrors of war did sometimes bleed through the artifice the Duke had constructed. But if he ever noticed it, he certainly never let it show.
Okay.
You may approach. No. This simply will not do. That is not how you greet a duke, child. Leave, and return only when you can greet me properly.
Well, I never. Look at you. You're the spitting image of an unskilled laborer. Perhaps a chimney sweep? Child, no. You simply can't address people this way. You must always use their titles. For example, I am to be addressed as my most esteemed lady, and the Duke is your Imperial Majesty, rightful Lord of Threedom. Without the right titles, none of us can possibly be expected to respond to you. It's a simple matter of respect.
Okay.
You're very welcome, little lady.
A pleasure to make your acquaintance, child. Look at you, child. Why, you might as well be dressed in rags. Who are you, and what brings you here? Oh no, child. That is not how you introduce yourself in conversation. You must always curtsy first. Oh no, heavens no. You want just a slight bob at the end, child. It's always so unseemly when a lady goes down too far and then snaps her head up like a drinking bird. Here, like this. Oh, wonderful, wonderful, yes. Perfectly wonderful. Now, what did you want to discuss? Oh, heavens, yes, I could. However, I won't. I'm much too important to be a schoolmaid to some roustabout.
Landstreicherin. Streich dich gleich auf Brot, du. Hi, Ale.
Otske, narmnaha, gamartskela hano, teko, menehaine, domailaga nesne, skan man harla. Otska, what's morma? Okis hele kwana. Ke mwana keina. Kushka munhanga snani. Dovko, mene kalin. Take, mole maikana. Motkane mwanene. Ole, iku remeneina noi. Ore keimonohana. Oketo men hele. Toine, tokets kapgo keneha. Takap karbno, tokinemo lornekana. Akete mormanana. Onone, take munne heire ho. Ota, snenalmin. Teine heirene. Takit nonne. Toka dagsnene.
Ja, nochmal 100 Münzen. Ach, da ist der Dicke schon wieder.
Hello, darling. You're a long way from home, aren't you? No, darling. That's not how you address a superior. In this kingdom, whenever you meet someone of a higher station, you must always begin by saying, "Begging your forgiveness, sir or madam." There you go, darling. Now go on, run along.
So, du alter fetter Sack. Hallo?
You may approach. Yes. So. Oh. Well now. Finally some respect around here. Well met, Lady Eve. What brings you to the company of the Duke, the one and only rightful ruler of Freedom today? Shmoo, the Count's dreadful plush thing? Heavens, I can scarcely recall what we did with it. The Baroness launched it into our territory a few moons back. Heaven knows why. I suppose he would say that. I suppose she did. My soldiers found it during one of our training marches. I thought it would destabilize him, perhaps lead us to victory, but no, it just made him shriller. We can hear him sometimes, you know, even over the chamber music. Oh, I remember now! When I realized it was useless, I had Shmoo thrown in the cellar of the old castle dungeon. The castle is long gone now, replaced by a battlefield, but the basement may still be out there somewhere. He's yours if you want it. I have no use for something so depressingly pedestrian. Then there he shall rest until the worms eat his stuffing. But for us, cake. Nothing. He's rubbish, child. You want to dirty your hands with him? That's your business. I'd rather dirty these royal hands with nothing heavier than cheese frosting. Our old bodyguard. Oh, heavens, what is there left to say? She protected us until she didn't. And my dear father paid the price. I haven't heard from her since. She's dead and gone, I suppose. Oh, good for her. I should send her a cake. Only we haven't one to spare. You understand.
Kuchen, ey.
But no, I couldn't possibly leave the castle. The horrors of war wait outside, child, and I can't have my people remembering them. No, out of the question. I have only your word that she's even alive, and we've just become acquainted. Then again... All right, I, in my infinite wisdom and appetites, have decided to do you a favor. I will give you something of extreme value if you will in turn do me a favor first. There is a portrait of me here. Certainly, you've noticed my beauty, my handsomeness, my regal demeanor. I am there with my father, his favored child. However, part of the painting is missing. When we split our lands after my father died, the Count took control over the old royal nostalgia. I'm sure the second half is there, and it proves that I was father's favorite. Return with it to me, and you shall be rewarded. What other way is there to live? What, as a commoner? We've already got plenty of them, I'm afraid. But there's only one me. I owe it to my people to be the most me I can be. Pass me some sweets, will you? Well, I didn't kill him, if that's what you're asking. I found him dead, with the murder weapon still sticking out of him. Oh, you know how things grow legs and walk off sometimes. Metaphorically speaking. I think one of my lovely spies told me someone locked it up on Father's robot's head. Giant, beastly thing. I'm afraid that robot is long gone. Probably turned to scrap by now. In the Nostalgium, on the Count's land, I'm sure that wicked brother of mine keeps it there, and it will prove that I was always Father's favorite.
Okay. Oh, ein Schlüssel. Eine bronzene, verzierte Kreatur, die sich geschworen hat, ein ganz bestimmtes Schloss zu öffnen. Ich hab doch hier hinten was Stadt gesehen mit dem Schloss. Nostalgium. Oh, ist ja nett hier. So. Erstmal sägen. Dann können wir den anpingen. Den pingen wir auch mal an. Dann machen wir hier mal eine Zeitschleife. Noch eine Karte holen. Ich hab doch gedasht. Ah. Bin ich halb tot. So, erst den oder den? Ist scheißegal, okay. Ah, die und ihre Drehattacken. Erstmal nutzen wir das. Dann nutzen wir das. Und dann versuchen wir das. Perfekt. Oh, wollte ich nicht benutzen. Borg. Egal. 2 Punkte. Das einmal. Dann nochmal verstärken. Und dann versuchen wir unser Glück. Okay. Wurde nichts raus. Alles billiger. Zack. Da hochspringen kann er nicht, ne? Nee. Und den pingen wir uns an. Immer noch kein Bogen. Doch ein Scherz. Erstmal das. Anpingen, dann das. Dann den ganz schnell killen. Schwupp. Kristallfluch. Hälfte des Porträts des Herzogs, ein Teil eines Puzzles. Kombiniere es mit einem zweiten Teil, um Licht auf die Geschichte der Dringlinge zu werfen. Ach, der schon wieder.
You're burning daylight even, and I don't think I like what I see. Indeed we do. But you'd better. The boy is growing cold in here. Let's hope it's time you have, young even.
Mann, jetzt hetzt der mir auch noch. Ajo, Herzog von Arsch.
Is that what I think it is? Yes, yes, this is the piece. And don't I look dashing? It was my pre-wig period, mind you, but well, wait a minute. We're all sitting in his lap, but that means Daddy loved us all equally? Ah, well, I suppose I did, even if the painting was a disappointment. Here, have this worthless thing, worth a fortune to a commoner like you, and I'll hardly notice its absence. And don't let anyone say the nobility isn't as kind as it is cake-filled.
With a memento of the Duke in her hands.
Familienporträt der Drillinge. Das Familienporträt, das der Herzog bestellt, dann aber abgelehnt hat. Bestimmt hilft es Neschka, sich zu erinnern. Oh, ich sehe alle drei.
Ivan was one step closer to being able to trigger Nishka's memories of that fateful night.
Bye bye, Fatties.
At 10 hut recruits, for the Baroness has won the roll. All hail her rule and her rules.
Der ist ja immer noch da. Moment, Baron, Herzog, Grafen.
Cards, cards here.
Get your deals here.
Life never goes the way you expect. Hey, kid. You want to hear a story? Oh, good. You're showing an old soldier kindness, kid. There's a saying in Freetown, bad luck comes in threes. Well, it was right. I was there in the first battle, the first time the triplets fought. Right after the king died, it was savage. The triplets, I didn't hold anything back. It was as fierce and as destructive as the dice maker's own fury. And when it was over, well, that's just it, isn't it? It never ended. We're still fighting those same battles every day. And me, I'm just about out of fight. Life never goes the way you expect, does it? All at the whim of a dice roll. Everyone's looking for someone here. Me? I'm looking for my brother Henry. Lost him somewhere in the Duke's territory, or running away from the machines. I'm sure he's alive, though. I see him in my dreams, though he doesn't see me. Stay safe out there, kid.
Ich passe immer auf mich auf. Oh, Geld.
Hey, I've got cards to trade.
Alte Verlies. Okay, dann war's das für heute. Zum alten Verlies gehen wir beim nächsten Mal hin. Ich bedanke mich fürs Zusehen und bis dann. Ciao, ciao.